Receiving department, 3 a.m. Staff cuts have socked up the overage. Directives are posted, no callbacks, complaints. Everywhere is calm. Hong Kong is present, Taipei awakes all. Talk of circadian rhythm. I see today with the newsprint. Gray, my night is colored. Headache, gray, day sleeper. Day sleeper. Day sleeper. The bull and the bear are marking their territories. They're leading the blind with their international glories. I'm the screen, the blinding light. I'm the screen, I work at night. I see today with the newsprint. Gray, my night is colored. Headache, gray, don't wake me with so much. The ocean machine is set to 9. I'll squeeze into heaven and Valentine. My bed is pulling me. Gravity, day sleeper. Day sleeper. Day sleeper. Day sleeper. Day sleeper.
If you can write a song that sounds like it's always been, that's fantastic. I mean, that's a great thing. That's very different than saying, well, that just sounds like another R.E.M. song. But if you can write something that doesn't sound like it's from 1985 or 1995 or any other time in particular, then that's just about a perfect song. If you got a song that stands, no pun intended, out of time, then that is really kind of what you're shooting for as a songwriter.
They are, without doubt, one of the biggest bands in the world. Will you please welcome R.E.M.
Sewage, pop skill, water, higher sound. Named by a poet, imitation of life.
Of course, the big change with you guys came when your original drummer Bill Berry left. What sort of difference did that make to the dynamic of the band?
Massive. I mean, we're still sorting it out, but I think we finally gotten to the place where we need to be. But, you know, it changed everything musically, emotionally, professionally. Just, you know, it literally rewrote every plan that we had. Every blueprint that we had was out the window. So it was very much like starting over. And, you know, I think we did well with it, but it was certainly a challenge.
I'm reminded of Janet Street Porter's autobiography, Baggage, My Childhood. It's like each of us became children again, and we all had the baggage of having been in a band together for 17 years. But then having to kind of readdress each other as bandmates because the dynamic had shifted so dramatically when Bill left.
You know, we couldn't just plow on and be a rock band. I mean, that would have been phony and difficult, and you know, it would have been like replacing Bill. And we weren't really trying to replace Bill. We were trying to be the band that we were without Bill, with the help of great drummers like Joey Warnaker and Bill Rieflin. You know, that helped us to become that, but it wasn't like we could just all of a sudden plug a drummer in and be a rock band. We had to go down these paths, and you know, we saw it as an opportunity rather than something that was foisted upon us. It was an opportunity to explore and throw all the rules out the window and to make records that we wouldn't have otherwise made. And you know, who's to say? I mean, if Bill stayed in the band, we might have sucked even worse. I mean, there's just no telling what kind of records we'd have made had things not changed. But I think we're all pretty proud of how we came through that, you know, eventually.
In the meantime, there are songs like, you know, Daysleeper and The Great Beyond and Imitation of Life and off the last record, Electron Blue, which is one of my favorite recorded songs that we've ever done, and probably in my top 10 of favorite songs. So there was a lot of high points, a lot of low points, but as Mike said, I think it's a path that we had to take in order to get to where we are. We were just being honest to ourselves.
Suggestion and driving me away. The trees will bend, the cities wash away, the city
How do you guys approach your own back catalogue in the sense of how do you choose the songs that you play live?
I like the ones that are easy to sing, and some of them are not.
You know, for me, it's just, does it feel like a song I still want to play? You know, especially in the older days when we were just writing them at sound check and recording them in a relatively quick manner and then going on the road. Some you just, a year later, go, you know, I never cared for that song all that much. And some are songs you really still like. I mean, South Central Rain, we've probably played at least once on every tour since the record.
Yeah.
And you know,
But it's really fun to play.
It's a fun song and it holds up and it feels like it fits with what we're doing currently. We played it 3 days ago.
We also played Auctioneer, and I woke up singing that song every morning since 3 days ago.
And we hadn't played that since a disastrous performance in like 1986.
Yeah.
I remember particularly being in Germany, and I guess at that point it was only a year old, but it's a real fast song. We started it, and somehow there was one point where all four of us were in a different part of the song, and we just looked at each other, and nobody could get back to where we were supposed to be, and it just kept going on, and it went on for about a minute, and then it just kind of stopped. And we just looked at each other, and the crowd was completely silent, and we never played it again. Every time I read it in the set list, I'd go, man, I don't know. I don't even know what happened last time. So we played it for the first time last summer. And I just remember thinking, gosh, were we listening to the Gang of Four a lot?